Well, hello, everybody. It's Dr. Hank, and welcome to Agent Wealth Success. And you know what we do here. We help real estate agents and brokers to not only increase their business, but to increase their wealth as well. And every week I have the most amazing people that are really in the midst of generating big business, having the wisdom of the ages. And today you're going to literally hear some wisdom of the ages as well, but also the newest things out on the market in order to help you to build your business. And I give you our multi-million dollar a month, like this month is over $2 million worth of business. Our super agent, Ryan Shea. Ryan, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, Dr. Hank. It's so good to be here. Man, thanks.
Yeah, you are just incredible, and congratulations for just another amazing month. I know you shared with me that you just got another deal that you're closing on. That you got it on both sides. You got the buyer and the seller,
Yep.
and making 100% commission, and making stock and revenue, passive income. It's just amazing. It's just amazing what you have done, man. And so many people they ask on, what are the secrets? And that's what we're really here today is that we talked earlier and said, we really want to just really come with a servant's heart to be able to share and to really be able to, people ask, we know what some of the main questions that all of you out there are asking on, how do I get more business? How do I have more time and doing all that? And in this session, we're going to answer those questions for you. So Brian, what would you say, let's start out with, and so what's your secret to success? Can you help me with, help us understand, how do you do $2 million per month? Where does it all start, man?
It starts with showing up to a mindset training that yours truly has been putting on. And and it's the truth. And I've followed through on what you've been teaching. And I hear you say it all the time, that ultimately the number one thing that makes real estate agents and brokers successful is mindset. It's the number one thing, and I truly believe that, and I've seen it happen in my business, and not only in my business but in my life. And I've had these prosperity statements and these magical sentences that we've been focusing on and writing down, and my business has been great, but my life has been amazing as well. And things have unfolded for me in a really wonderful way that I couldn't even have imagined or planned myself. And, ultimately, I think you and I are on this connection with this, that you are a channel, just like, I am a channel right now as I'm speaking, but ultimately there's one source, and that source for me has unfolded in front of my eyes to allow me to do 2 million plus business in the month of July, which, I'm extremely grateful for, and I'm appreciative of. And I think that's a big part of the teaching as well. And one thing that I do every night before I go to bed, I write down everything that I appreciate. It could be as small as finding a penny on the ground. I can appreciate that my mom is in town, and that I'm able to see my sons and spend time with them. And what a blessing that is to have them spend time with their rah-rah, who they absolutely just love and enjoy, right? So that's all great. And then, making money on top of it, it's what we do, right? It's what we want to do. We get into this business, we want to make money. And so that mindset training has just been invaluable. And I know that you can talk more on that as well. And
Sure. Well, first of all, I want to tell you, I just got God bumps all over. Most people say goosebumps, but God bumps all over me, man. Just on you sharing on just how appreciative you are, and how that, there is only one source. That's why in the Bible it says, at the root of all money is the love of money is the root of all evil. And the reason why it was said isn't anything about money at all. It's about that everything comes from one source. And so that can be God, universe, whatever word that you want to call that magnificent essence that we're all part of. And you can tap into that, and you've tapped into it. And now you have just so many blessings, and money it really equals freedom. And you realize where the money comes from and all your real estate business comes from is that one source. It's from God. It exactly. Comes to you. And I will just say one little thing before we get going in more specific things on leads. And literally you're going to share with us, the #1 leads program in America and how to use it and everything. And so this is going to be real hands-on, but I do have a mindset training that is fresh off the press. In fact, I'm really not releasing it till September, but since you brought it up, that I do have it available. It is a mindset training that you have gone through and has generated so much success in your life and really it's priceless, and we're offering it for $197. And so for all of those, and we'll give a couple special bonuses. In fact, I'll even do a couple of one-on-ones with people to do magical sentences. So for example, that Ryan had a large deal that was stuck, and it was stuck and wasn't going anywhere. And he came to me and he said, what do I do? And I actually gave him the steps and a magical sentence on what to do. And within how many days was it that this went from being stuck for months to how fast was that?
I mean, it literally kind of all came together overnight, really. But
yeah.
It all, and that's one of the things I think that's important to talk about is that, through this practicing of this mindset training that you're offering for $197, which is a freaking amazing deal to make literally thousands of dollars. It's, well worth the investment. And
sure.
Everything was easy. It was easy. And the other thing that I focused on was that I wanted it to be easy. I wanted my clients to have a good experience. I wanted the selling agent to have a good experience. What I did was I saw all of that happening in the moment. I saw us at the closing table months before. I saw me putting, because I was representing the buyer, I saw me putting my sign in the yard after we had sold that property, and me putting a sold sign on and I would just see myself and all of that happening. And the more that I would do that, the more that it just flowed literally like an avalanche coming down the mountain. It was just like, boom, it just happened. And it was great and just beautiful. And it was just, it's so much fun. And that's the other thing. I want to have fun with this. I want to enjoy my experience in real estate, and I want to lighten up and just take a deep breath and just relax, because it's so much fun to do that. It's just, there's, I don't know, it's just, why not, right? Because it's available, why not?
Yeah, for sure. And you said it really, everybody there, that you just need to understand, all my viewers, all of you who I love and we love, that just take this to heart, that's how life is really supposed to be. It's the way that Brian has just expressed it. It's just an avalanche. And just imagine an avalanche going down of all the things that you want, and more business and happy buyers and sellers and more money and being with family. And it's just, and being healthy, and you're so healthy, and it's an avalanche of love that God wants to give you, and for you to open up to that you can have it. And so for sure, mindset. And now let's get into, and again, they can just email me or you, whatever. And how would they get a hold of you if they would want that product?
Sure. They can email me at ryanshea22@gmail, and I'll spell that out. It's RYANSHEA, the number 22 @gmail.com.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you can
It's
get
a
it
little
from
Irish name, I think. You know, I've got a little Irish in me.
yeah, and I think we all do, by the way.
Yeah, we do. I'm sure we do.
I was told by my parents I was 100% German. I did my DNA, and hell, a third of me or whatever was Irish, and a
I
little
always knew we
English.
were brothers from another mother. I knew it.
For sure. So that's mindset. And again, an easy solution on that. And now we're going to get into leads. And I really like what some of your thoughts that you would share about, there's a lot of different lead programs. And what are your thoughts on that? And how does one go about approaching that? How do I know what to invest in or whatever? Can you help us with that?
Well, I think ultimately, one of the things for me early on when I got into the business, I was just, I don't know, open houses for me was like something that I could do instantly, and it was very little cost on my part. So there's a new agent, someone who's sitting out there and wants to develop new business, and I'll just share this story with, I've got a listing right now, that one of the listings that I've got under contract, that I've got both ends of that deal.
Yeah.
And I had an open house up there, and there were probably 12 to 15 groups of people. Most of the people there had an agent. There was one couple who came in who didn't. And they said, "Hey, we're not working with anyone. Would you help us?" And I said, "Sure." And they ended up buying that house from the open. I've had that happen twice in my career, but I know we're off the mindset thing, but I saw that happening to me. I saw that it was going to be a great experience, and I was going to have fun at that open house. And
that's great.
I mean, we could spend a whole session on open houses, but I think it's one of the quickest, easiest ways. You go put open house signs in a neighborhood, and the people come to you. Like, how freaking awesome is that, right? And one of the things it just came to me that I wanted to remember to share about was go back to one of your podcasts with Gene Frederick.
Yeah.
He wrote a book called 101 Ways to Generate Leads.
Yes.
One of the things that he says in there, you're not going to do the whole 101. It's not the point of the book. Find 2, 3, 4 of them that you really do well and focus on that.
Yeah.
And for me, open houses are comfortable for me. Maybe for someone else, they're really good at FISBOs, or they really enjoy knocking on doors or whatever, right? And whatever that is for them, it's a personal thing. So for me, open houses have been a big deal. Then,
and if I can add, like FISBOs, you really haven't done any for sale by owners at all. It just isn't his cup of tea.
Yeah.
And that's where you need to be just this guided, thinking about being guided. And my mindset training, again, we'll probably keep on going back to that all day here because it all originates from that. But if you just ask to be led, you'll be led into whatever is right. And if it is these open houses, and if you're a new agent or if you don't have a listing or whatever, there are agents, or I will help you get connected to agents that have listings that want you at that open house because they don't want to be at the open house because they're doing whatever they're doing. They're on vacation or whatever. And so it's a great way. So you don't need a listing in order to do an open house. And just know there is an answer, a solution for everything, but you got to get on that side of the equation of, I want to be on the side of the equation of, more money comes to me now, more business, more referrals, and more leads. And so, so from there,
Good point. I want to bring up one thing about that. The brokerage that we're with, I looked in the MLS this morning in North Texas.
Yeah.
There are over 350 listings under our brokerage.
Yeah.
One of the gentlemen that works for me went up and did an open house at my listing. So, I don't have to be up there every day or, every weekend or whatever, but I mean, it's good for me, but that's one of the bonuses of that you brought up there, that go and find that neighborhood as well that you want to be in, because I guarantee you there is. And if you're not at a brokerage that has that many options, call Dr. Hank and I will help you out.
Yeah, and just to be clear that brokerage is eXp Realty, and that if you'd like to see more about it, it's dochankwebinar.com that you can do that. And by the way, the leads program that you're going to share, that people don't have to be part of eXp to get KV Core, the #1 leads program in America. It costs about $1,600 a month if you're not with eXp. If you're with eXp, you get it for just under $100. It's $85 a month for everything CRM, et cetera. And so just so you know, we don't care where you are, that we're here to help you, that you can stay where you are if you're happy, whatever. If you want to have, more wealth and abundance, you could do that. But so, so basically Gene Frederick, and that is if you go to Agent Wealth Success, that Gene Frederick, he's one of the top brokers in America, and he actually wrote a book about 101 ways to get leads, and none of those ways cost any money. He didn't even bring up KV Core, and he's an executive and a board member of eXp as well, but he was KW. He was a big KW broker, and he was able to do that. So definitely go and see that one. If you're looking for more leads and more referrals, go to that book. There's a resource. And what else do you have to share with us, Ryan?
So one other thing, you can go back to one of the previous podcasts as well that we did. I wrote a book on condo living Dallas.
Yes.
This is obviously a great tool, marketing sales tool for me. And I'll give you an example of I have given, it's just the other day I was at my pool. I live at a condo complex, and we started talking to this lady. She lives down on the other side of the complex. And she had said that she was looking to possibly sell and buy. And I said, look, I'm your man. I've got this book. Give me a minute. Let me run back to my house, and I'll give you a copy of my book that I wrote on condo living in Dallas. And she's like, oh my gosh, it's so amazing, so great. And I was like, yeah, that's what I am able to do with this book. It's just, it's the best business card I've ever had. I've got another story where I was driving through a neighborhood, and I'm a big sports fan, and I'm originally from Iowa. I saw someone with an Iowa State flag. I was like, I'm going to go up there. And I had a book in my car, and I went up to their door and knocked on their door, and we talked all things Iowa State. And I signed one of their books and said, look, if I can ever help you, or anyone in the neighborhood that needs help with condos, I'd be more than happy to help you. That's really all I said. And we talked Iowa State Cyclones and different coaches and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And just enjoyed it, so I get to have like those. There was a couple more that I could think of, and maybe they'll come up, but it's just a wonderful opportunity. And maybe this is a point where you and I can talk about how you helped me write this book. And if anyone is listening and they're like, man, that is on my heart, and I've always wanted to write a book, guess what? We can help you do that. It's an easy process. The only block is ourselves, really, ultimately. That's the only block that, and for me, I started manifesting this book, and then you came into my life and provided this opportunity for me to put this book together and complete it and get it to the final stages for practically, maybe you want to share about that. And how
Sure. So, a lot of people have come to me and say, oh, I want to write a book. And well, I've written some best-selling books, and I know how to do it. And I paid people in order to learn how to do it and do everything. So I don't do it at all. You don't pay me anything. And we can get you on Amazon. We can get you on Kindle. And we could get everything done for you for about $200. And again, you don't pay me, you just pay them. We're here, the servants are, to help you and so if you do have a book, if you wanted to do it, I can help you with that. And so you just email me, and we could get started with Ryan. Basically, Ryan said, hey, I have a passion on condo living, and so he wrote that book, and he already had a lot of the content already written, but it doesn't matter if you have or not. but we'll make it look all pretty. We'll get, you know, the cover for you and everything. It'll basically be done for you. But the coolest thing about, to me, a book is it is the best business card you could ever imagine. It is best marketing, and you can pay because you're the author. You can order it at Amazon. You can order 1, 10, 100, 1,000, doesn't matter. Comes in about a week, and you pay about $2 for it. So it's like $2, and on these leads that you've been sharing with us, that's where some of your business has come from, that they're not just nice discussion having fun, which is awesome, but they also, the icing on the cake is they have delivered business for you as well. Correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that you brought up there brought to my mind one of the opportunities I had with the book, and I had only like one book left, and this is, I can't remember when it was, but I was listening to the Ben and Skin show, which is a local sports talk radio show, and they said, hey, we're doing our show out of Colwell and Sons here at Hillcrest and over by SMU, and I was literally like right there. I slammed on my brakes, had my youngest son Finnegan with me, and we went in there, and I gave them a signed copy of my book.
Yeah.
Towards the end of their show, they gave me a little 2-minute
airtime
to be on their show, and got several leads from that. One, in fact, is a lead of a pilot who's moving here looking to purchase a $500,000 condo that I got from just stopping, getting in front of them, and you know, I talked the sports game with them, and it's something that I enjoy doing, and it gave me that opportunity to get in front of them. And we'll have to maybe figure out a way to share that. It was a little 2-minute piece, but it's
it's
pretty
great,
funny to Finnegan and my son. He's 2, and they're like, Finnegan looks like he's going to be playing for the Cowboys. He's going to be an offensive lineman. I don't. No.
Yeah, and here he was, a little 2-year-old. So let's just recap to make sure everybody understands the significance of this. That what we have talked about so far is on how important mindset is, and again, we can help you specifically with mindset. An example, a marvelous student, if you will, is Ryan. We also talked about 101 leads, and there's a lot of different leads. And again, Ryan really pointed out and helped us to understand that you don't do 101, you just do a few of them. And then you can also write a book. And really, it doesn't take too much, but if you're thinking it's going to be hard, take a long time, and too much whatever, then it will be, because whatever you think about is what comes about. And so for you to recognize, I don't care if you haven't even written one word, if you have a passion, it's that desire within you. If you have a desire to write a book, and it really could be about anything, because like none of my books are specific to real estate, yet I get all kinds of business, if you will, from real estate, because I'm this famous guy, you know, writing books, and they don't have to do it with real estate. But it's that whole image, and like I say, just an awesome business card that really is serving people too, and it's making memories for people. You know, that these condo living, it's right sizing into a condo, for example, that you talk about in your book, and so it's really helping people more than anything. So we have all of that, and then we're now going to move into KB Core then. Is that good?
That'll be great.
So, so if I can just preface it that KB Core, and actually, Ryan, go ahead and move your camera and everything. But KB Core is America's #1 lead system. It costs about $1,600 per month. That Ryan did about $4 million in his first 4 months using KB Core. So it's really just an incredible thing. And Ryan is really a master now at KB Core. Again, you could get KB Core for under $100. You could get me and KB Core and everything else and Ryan and for under $100. But again, regardless whether you do it, KB Core is the way to go. #1 leads program. And so can you help us a little on, I guess from kind of the start to a little bit more on how do I get up and running, and then how do I keep this rolling and going?
Okay. So is my screen up here?
Yeah, you're up.
Okay. So I've already got this set up for time's sake. And the other thing, we have done probably, there's at least 4 episodes of KV core training. In fact, there's one specific one of me going through each of these details.
Yes.
If you can follow my mouse, all you do is click on the lead engine.
Okay.
I went up to a multi-property IDX squeeze page.
Okay.
I put in the area of Plano. I put in a price point here of 150,000 to 500. Okay. Then I came over here to the page configuration, and its source is Facebook. I put in the hashtag of Plano. And I came down here to direct to the link page, and I click generate link. Okay. And what I do is I go down here and I copy this to my clipboard, and then I go into Facebook.
Okay.
And I click on, there's one here, Plano.
Okay, so this is a group. These are different groups now. And you'll join about 10 groups a day. You can't do any more, but you join groups. And this is all training that I have in 4 other videos, to include one with Ryan. And so go ahead. He selecting an audience.
Yeah, so I'm selecting up to 10 of these groups.
Okay.
And
can you only do 10, send out 10 too?
You're only supposed to do 10, because if you do more than that, they will, they'll tag you. Down here at the bottom left of the screen, I'm at 7 groups right now.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So I'm at 9, and there's 10. And then what I do is I clicked post.
Yeah. So again, the squeeze page, the system, the KB core system, put in that house, it's a current listing and everything, and that's it right there. You just
so it just came up here with this on the screen, and I put in a sales price of 350,000, and then that goes out to all of those groups.
Wow.
And basically then what happens, just so people are aware and they know, that once they post this and someone clicks on this link, what it does, and I just clicked on the link, it takes them to my website.
Oh my gosh.
So then from there, it'll start showing them different properties in and around those prices and what I had posted on there. And you can see Plano 192,000. And then I'm not going to click on it, because then it'll start asking me to put in my information. But then, so that's it. I mean, literally, that took me 10 minutes to set all of that up and get that in place.
Going to thousands of people.
Go ahead, what's that?
Going to thousands of people that are in your market. In this case, he selected Plano, and at that price range, and there you are. I mean, it's that simple and easy. And then what do you expect to get back from that? Like in that 10 minutes, what would be a typical thing you'd get back by sending out to 10 groups?
I would say on average, I probably will get 2 to 3 leads from that.
That's unbelievable. In 10 minutes, folks, you
Yeah.
get 2 or 3. So a lead every 3 minutes. And then does that continue? Like, I know I had heard like on Mondays, people will set this up, and then the whole week you get leads. Is that, how does that work, or help me with that?
Because it stays on that page that you posted it to really until you remove it. So
got it.
It'll stay up there on that page. So yeah, it could go on for a few days. Normally, what I do is target some different groups per day. Remember, only do 10 groups per day. And I'm sure if you did 11, it's not going to like tag you or anything. But and there's other ways to do it. And sometimes I go in and put in, like I clicked on here, single property. And what I would have to
Yeah.
do is go into the MLS and pull up one of my listings and pull it in here. But you can also just for
any listing, right? Not
listing,
just,
really, you need to ask though, you need to get permission.
Okay.
But just for anyone out there, use my listings. Go ahead. Like, it's great. Like, it's marketing for my. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
on record right now, use my listings anyway. Right. So
Yeah. Like people don't mind you advertising their listing.
Exactly. I think my clients will be more than happy for this to go out to thousands and thousands of people. So there's different kinds of squeeze pages. You can do a seller squeeze to target listings. There's a marketing report, obviously, that would be to possibly, that could be both sellers and buyers for doing a marketing report.
Yeah.
This has so many tools. I mean, we could spend, one of the things I want to point out, because people ask me like, well, what about this? And one thing, sometimes I don't know everything. I know this is surprising to people, but I don't know everything. But I just clicked on the bottom right-hand corner, and this is a live chat.
So everybody saw there, the bottom right, you just click that little blue button and up pops this whole thing. Yeah, there you go.
It's a little blue button with a smiley face.
Yeah.
And you just go in here, and if you have a question, I just, you click on new conversation and type in your question. Say, hey, and this is one thing we can talk about as well. And I'll just, I know how to do this, but I'll just type, and I'm going to say, how do you add a lender to your KV core page?
Yeah.
They're probably going to get, well, it's all good. I know what I have to do. You actually go through, oh my gosh. It came up instantly. Actually, they just gave me directions.
Oh my gosh.
That question.
Yeah.
Click on mortgage, click add new, add your lender's details and save. They will receive their login info via email. So what this does, this is super, super important. I think one of the great things we talk about squeeze pages and all these great tools with KV Core, but I think this is probably one of the best ones because you can link your lender to your leads. So what it does, it gets your leads connected to your lender right away. So you can get them pre-qualified and pre-approved. So I'm not the only one calling them. The lender's calling them to follow up and get them, on board and figure out what's going on. And that way it helps me with communication as well to know, hey, where are these guys at? Are we months away? Are we weeks away? Or what are we looking at here?
Yeah.
One of the other things, and I talked about open houses at the very beginning on part of the leads, KV Core has an open house platform that you can use at your open houses. And what it does, once you add someone in that open house app, it immediately puts them into your KV Core. What it also immediately does, when you add them, it immediately gets sent to your lender there in the spot.
That is just amazing because that whole point that I know one of the top listing agents in America, and what he does is he actually has a mortgage broker there at his open houses, but here is a way to electronically have everything done to start pre-qualifying and connecting with them. And also, this is a way where you get about 1 out of 5 leads will close for you. And the reason why is when you have your mortgage person there, they are checking out the prospect, making sure that they are qualified for how much they're qualified. So it's saving you all this time. That's why Ryan has time to be with his mom and his kids and buy a brand new car that he calls Angel.
Yeah, beautiful Angel.
Yeah, I love that. And speaking of angels, on Facebook, go to Angel Connections, and you'll see Ryan and I and all kinds of people. We have hundreds of people on there sharing when they've had experiences with angels, but Ryan has his angel card. But you have more time, and then 1 out of 5 of these leads close. What the average is 1 out of 100, which means you got to talk to 99 people several times before you get a deal. This is 1 out of 5, and this is one of the tricks, the secrets to do that. And look at how easy it is to get answers to your questions.
Yeah, no, it's it's pretty remarkable, and really it's simple. It's pretty simple on making this happen. And so, yeah, is there anything else you want me to go over there, or how?
Well, I think we're good. You know, people, if they will do, if you're not familiar with it, you should go to my other four. And again, you can just email me and we can show you those videos. And there's one on Ryan kind of doing it from the beginning, if you will, on one of those four videos. And then this just takes you to more information on how really to be able to get any question answered for you. And anything else that you think that would be helpful for
Well,
us?
just yes, one thing, and I just got
Sure.
uh, what KV Core does, and I've got a lot of people in my database here, and I had someone recently, and what it does is it helps me to remember, and I need to do this because I got this over the weekend,
Yeah.
but one of my clients got onto my website, and KV Core alerted me by text.
Oh,
He revisits within 14 days. So
wow.
I know for me, that's an opportunity for me to go, hey, this person's thinking about buying again or selling or whatever it is they may be, doing.
Right.
And for me to follow up with them. And then within the dashboard, it will show me, what these leads have been looking at and what they're targeting. So it helps
Cool.
me and gives me an idea of what they are, what they're, looking at. So that's another super
Can
great.
you hit that? Can you hit that dashboard right now?
Yeah, I can hit the dashboard.
Yeah. Let's take a look at it. And
The name
yes.
shall remain innocent.
Right, right. And so it's loading, but and again, everybody, this is how to start doing $2 million a month. These are the things that you do. And really with these steps, if you just will take these steps that we recommend you do,
So,
that, you're going to start doing it too. Wow.
yeah, so what it does is it shows what my past clients have been doing. And I don't know if I want to keep this up
Yeah,
there
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah,
too
I,
long.
I got it. Yeah. Yeah. And so there's a CRM. And so, yeah, just you can get out of there. Why don't you get out of KB Core now and stand up and we'll finish up here
Okay.
and then do unshare with us too, if you can. Unshare that screen and it'll get us up.
Hold on a second here. I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, I think I think you just go to where, if you'll hit it at the bottom middle, it says share on it, I think, or unshare, something like that.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Great. Fantastic. Yeah. So the other thing let's talk about with KB Core and this whole system is that when you get these leads, that the CRM has artificial intelligence and it immediately sends an email from you and instantly, and then it also instantly sends a text to that prospect. So you're already communicating with the prospect. Meanwhile, you're out with your family and your kids and playing with your 2-year-old and your mom and everything, and really, enjoying your life. And so this gives you more time. So now what we've done is we've leveraged technology to manage my leads. We've also leveraged other resources without having to pay anything for a mortgage loan officer to be able to pre-qualify these. So you get pre-qualified leads back to you, and it's all of this is for $100 per month to do the mindset for the $197, and basically you'll be set for the rest of your career.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. There's no doubt about it. And I would just say to people, it's easy if that's what you want it to be, and that's what we focus on, and that's what I've focused on, is to have it be easy. And there's nothing wrong with easy, and easy is good. Fun is good, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And I just enjoy this. It's just a lot of fun and just simple.
Yeah.
And it's a simple process that Dr. Hank makes simple, and funner. It's just funner, dang it.
Yeah, and then this idea about having fun too. It's just really, and I love on your attitude that and you notice that you're not looking at a real estate agent here who is pulling his hair up because he has so much business. You got a real estate agent that has so much business and doing 2 million a month and has lots of hair.
Yeah, I have really good hair. I do. Yes, my the boardroom does a good job for me.
Yeah.
Hair. I was like, thank
you. And but you can have it, and see, we've just been and you're going to learn my. I know how to tap into the subconscious mind, and so for us to realize that in our subconscious mind rests our beliefs and our predominant belief on any topic. And one of those topics is we believe that we have to work hard in order to get far. And it just isn't true. And when I change that belief for you, that you're going to be able to play, have fun, make lots of money, more freedom, and be able to do, and have the things that you have. Well, that's great, Ryan. Any other thoughts before we leave our dear viewers on any other thoughts that you have about overall lead programs, KV Core?
I would just say that last thing that you're sharing as well. Look, I want to play in my career, and I watch my kids, and they're just amazing examples. They don't work. They don't want to work. They just enjoy what they're doing. They're in the moment. They're here in the now, and they play. They play and they have fun. Why should I not do that in my career and what I'm doing in real estate and play real estate? Play it like it's a board game. I'm going to have fun. Play everything in my life like that everyone is here to just enjoy, and everyone is ultimately here as a blessing. Everyone is here as a blessing. We all are, and we all are guided by that infinite source. And if there is something that kind of goes a little wanky on a deal, look, all it is there is a point of contrast, and go, you know what, I don't want that. What do I want? And start focusing on what I do want.
Yeah,
and then
awesome.
Playing the real estate game just becomes more and more enjoyable. So love you, man. Thank you for everything. That's my parting shot.
Brian, love you. And to all of you out there, that we thank you for watching this, and we're here to serve you, that you have our contact information. Mine is drhank@drhank.biz. You have Ryan Shea, 22?
Ryan Shea 22 at Gmail.
At gmail.com. Ask us for any help that you need, whether it be with KV Core leads, how to join EXP and to get all of this for under $100, how to have this new product and this new mindset training that will take you to a whole new level. And both Ryan and I hope and send to you our love in knowing all the success and wealth and good health is on its way now. Right on?
Yes.
Yes. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.